obviously after the live finale, I feel like fans had a lot of thoughts, right? And I feel like a lot of that criticism was directed towards Vanessa.
Marshall,
What's up?
what do you want to say after watching that video? Did you know in the back of your mind, like, this isn't working out?
Did you feel like it was kind of unfair the way they were going for her in particular?
You know, only thing I can say is obviously, like, in a production like that, doing it live for the first time, I know there's a lot of things going on at the same time. So I think it'd be unfair to put so much of everything on one person. So, I mean, obviously, we were just there to talk about ourselves and our story.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I wouldn't say a lot of it is probably warranted, but you know, people are going to say what they're going to say.
Specifically, critics felt like she was maybe a little biased in favor of the women. Did you feel like her questions were fair and balanced, or that she could have pushed harder with the guys?
I don't think she should have pushed harder with the guys, but I think it would have been great to have like dialogue on both sides at the live event versus one pre-taped portion of the event. Yeah.
I mean, I would say that I felt that, like, when it definitely came down to, you know, the Marshall and Jackie thing, obviously Jackie, you know, was not there in person, but I did feel that Marshall was getting more heat. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, we all saw what happened. Like, this shouldn't be that way. You know, I don't know why it was that way. Maybe it was there just because Jackie was not there to actually be a part of the conversation. But yeah, I didn't think that Marshall necessarily deserved some of the heat that even I was picking up on when I was sitting right next to him.
What are you guys thinking on the baby timeline?
As of right now, like, we're really just trying to enjoy our marriage. Hey, y'all. We the Browns.
You guys actually shot after the altar about 1 year, right? After your marriage. Can you believe 1 year has passed? Did it fly by like that?
Absolutely. It flew by, but we've had some really good moments.
Were there any hesitations though? You know, not only letting the cameras back into your lives, but also reuniting with the whole cast?
I wouldn't say that there were hesitations. The biggest thing is like, oh, like, are you ready to be back in front of a camera? And are you comfortable being back in front of a camera and everything like that? But other than that, I mean, it was good to be like officially reunited with everybody.
What do you want fans to know about what's to come from this ATA?
Well, definitely from the Browns. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. It's a celebration of love. It is our connection to some of our friends that are on the cast as well, which is some of the married couples, some that, you know, walked out of the process single. So yeah, we just celebrated love from our end and good vibes.
The way it just happens naturally. Oh, I love it. Well, you guys obviously have since moved to Portland, which has been an adjustment. What has been I would say, the most difficult part of that move, would you say?
Well, so Brett was living in Portland when we were filming the show, and I was living in Seattle. So whenever I did move to Portland, it was quite the adjustment because I built my life in Seattle. I had my job up there. I had my friends up there, just built a nice community. So having to start all of that over while also trying to, you know, adjust into being in this new, beautiful marriage, I'm just like, okay, I still need to have some sense of like freedom or independence, my own life. Like, I love my husband, but I also want to have like my core group of people here. So it was just building that.
Yeah.
It's good that everybody's coming, but I'm just hoping that we can all just have a good time, get along.
What I love is that you guys have stayed close with Bliss, Zach, Kwame, and Chelsea. How much have you all leaned on each other?
Well, I can speak for, we have a wifey's chat. I talk to them at least, I would say like once a week. But yeah, definitely just leaning on each other on just this new life that we have, and knowing that whenever we have days when we're a little off, just reassuring each other like, you're doing great, honey. Like, this is all a part of the process, because not only did we get married, but we did it in such a public platform.
Brett, how about you and the guys?
Yeah, I mean, similar to what, you know, Tiff was talking about, leaning on each other. I think, yeah, I feel like I've definitely had more talks with Kwame over the, but either way, me and Zach are tight as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like we've definitely leaned on each other when it comes through just having somebody to talk to that actually understands. But now, like being public, you know, like that's another layer that only somebody who went through this publicly would also understand, of like public perception and people's opinions. So it's just a very, very unique experience.
You know, after the altar did bring a little drama, but how did it feel that it had nothing to do with y'all?
Exactly.
It does.
You're like in your love bubble. That must be a good feeling.
Keep that over there.
Brett, you are close with Marshall, and he has a new girlfriend, but we also learned about his relationship with Keisha. So break that down for us as his friend. What can you tell us what we can expect from that?
Oh, well, you know, like I said, we were a little bit in our little bit of bubble. I mean, obviously, I feel like the conversations that I had with Marshall were more about Shay, his new girlfriend, and less about, you know, things in the past.
It's
exactly, because you know
because you're such a horrible human being that you actually have to make things up. It's so sad that you have to deflect.
And now you're trying to say
you have to deflect because you know anybody can say anything, just like you're saying whatever you want to say. Okay, walk away, Josh. Such a child.
There was also some focus on Marshall, Jackie, Josh, and Monica. What did you make of all that drama?
Well, you know, again, the drama that happened, it looks like when we were at the after party from the football game. Like, honestly,
Had nothing to do with you. Yep.
didn't even notice it.
I get that.
Saw it in the distance, like, ooh, what's something going on there? But that's it.
You never saw it?
I never saw it. I was busy catching up with people that I hadn't seen in a while. So, like, because I have some friends that weren't shown on the show as much. So I was busy, like, catching up with them and not so much concerned with what could be happening on the other side of the bar we were at.
Obviously, we all came to this experience under the umbrella of trying to find love. And I think that all of us walked away with whatever our experience was. For some people, it was love. And for some people, it was friendship. It was growth.
What advice do you have for the next cast going on the show?
I think it's what we've been talking about all along. It's just really knowing yourself, not changing who you are in front of the cameras or when you're in the pods. Really know yourself, because if you don't, you're not going to find your soulmate on the other side. They're gonna get somebody completely different.
I love it. It's a social experiment, but you do learn a lot about yourself in the process.
Yeah.
What is next for you both?
Family question. I think maybe for any newlywed, yeah, it is normal to be like, hey, like, so when are you going to start a family? Because I think, yeah, that's what people naturally expect. You know, you get married, and at a certain point in time, you start a family. With that said, yeah, we'd love to start a family. It's not in the plans now. But definitely, you know, sometime in the future. But right now, we are enjoying ourselves. We got a lot of different places we want to travel to. And as much as I would love to have a little one, that would just complicate it.
And I hope moving forward for everybody here, it's all love and nothing but positive energy.
We love you guys.
Love you all.